Hello, everybody. Welcome to Under Review, real, raw, and authentic. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that button.
Hit the button. Boop.
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back? You go, boy.
Hello.
Back to back.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to be here. I appreciate the invite. Last minute.
I see you got that. I mean, you know, sometimes we got the Cowboys. Wait, time out, because they win a little game.
I mean, I'm going to the game this week. I thought the big homie was going to be here. I was ready to troll. Like, I had a lot of NFC East vitriol to get off because they're getting ready to take another L.
I think he knows what time it is.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm pretty sure he knows what time it is.
But yeah, you know, little win streak. We're back on track, 9-4.
Defense.
Our defense is. Listen, I haven't been excited about our defense probably since like Parcells.
They look good.
Bill Parcells had us like number one. I think his first or second year, and it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Our defense was.
So you're not worried. You're not scared. You guys are gonna fall off a cliff.
I'm scared about our offense. I'm not worried about the defense. I'm not, because the defense is healthy.
I was saying this offline. There's been a lot of flack about the offense is stalling, yada yada yada, this, that. I just think that's people's fear that the Cowboys are gonna do what the Cowboys always do.
Do Cowboy things.
But let's be real here. There's no team in the NFL right now that's scary on both sides of the ball. That's just like...
Right. That's true.
The Bucs, amazing as they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're winning. It's Tom Brady. They're getting it done.
They're secondary suspect.
They're not always pretty, right?
Right.
The Packers, as amazing as Aaron Rodgers is on offense, they're not their secondary. Their special teams...
They're secondary too.
Okay.
We talked about this last time I was here. Kirk Cousins had fun with them.
So to me, as long as they're winning and doing what they have to do,
right,
especially in 2021 NFL season,
yeah,
it is what it is.
True. There's no like de facto, this is the team or whatever. It is so wide open in the NFC and AFC, because the AFC is the same situation even with your Pats. All right.
Don't talk about them. They're not on the topic of discussion this week. Okay, relax.
They on a rundown?
They chilling.
No, they not on a rundown.
But Micah Parsons though?
Micah's different. I tried to listen. Penn State, we are. I tried to tell people this on draft day when we missed out on both of the corners. I had a feeling, my sources let me know entering into the draft, both corners might probably going to go. So who's the next best option defensively? And I was like, it's Micah. It's absolutely Micah.
And he's been like this all year, because from week 1 to whatever, it was Trey Diggs, and Micah Parsons. People were killing the defense.
Yep.
Cowboys defense isn't anything without Trey Diggs, Micah, and then it's everybody else. But listen, the season's long, so hopefully you guys keep trending up. You put Washington in their place.
We put them in their place.
We
did what we're supposed to do. So,
DT, gotta show him some love, right?
Oh yeah.
Tragic. Passed away 33. He would have been 34 on Christmas. Not gonna lie, I was shedding a couple thug tears during that tribute that they did for him.
Yeah, man. Poor little look out for the homie, man. I mean, he was. I remember during the Broncos Super Bowl run, and there was a time period, I want to say, between 2013, 2014, 2015. Demaryius Thomas was right up there. I mean, elite receivers. It was him, Dez, OBJ, Julio, of course, Antonio Brown. But Demaryius Thomas was always steady. I mean, he was never like the diva OBJ, dye his hair blonde, or Antonio Brown ride around in cheetahs or whatever, something crazy over the top. He would just go about his business and put up his numbers and go to the Pro Bowl.
Humble and great personality from what everybody has talked about on and off the field. So much love to all his family and friends.
Absolutely.
craziness.
Yeah, yeah. It happens. Unfortunately, it's life. But rest in peace to the homie. And I love what the Broncos did for him.
That was beautiful. I
That
was
was
legit.
amazing.
I'm not even. I watched that tribute. Obviously, I saw it live, and then I rewatched it about 3 times, and every time I'm like, damn, because it's shocking, right? Only 33, out of nowhere, but the way they honored him was so beautiful. And if you guys didn't get a chance to see it,
Absolutely.
I mean, it's all over YouTube. It's beautiful.
Because it's a brotherhood. It's more than just a game played for 3 hours.
They're real people.
These are real people. These are guys that a lot of these guys, they grew up together. A lot of these guys played against each other in high school and all-American camps and so forth, and in college, so to speak. So that's why when the game's over, like, not for nothing, a lot of these dudes, they dap it up because, all right, man, so how's the family?
Right,
you know what I mean? Like,
right.
this is bigger than the game. It's bigger than the game. So, that tribute was amazing. And, throughout the league, he was recognized. His decal was on a couple guys. Von Miller had his decal on his.
Von Miller had it. Who
on
else
Monday night,
had the kicker on the Cardinals had it?
Oh, Matt Prater.
Yes.
Matt Prater, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to transition to a little mess because it's messy.
I feel it.
It's messy.
I feel it.
It's messy. All right. Unless everybody forgot, what's going on? COVID? We know COVID is real.
COVID out in these streets, man. COVID making a comeback.
NFL,
NBA,
soccer,
New York City,
NHL.
It's just out in the streets.
Every major sports league is having crazy amount of breakouts. Crazy amount of breakouts.
I don't know if these guys having COVID parties or, they like underground like speakeasies or basement parties. I don't know what they're doing.
I mean, honestly.
But obviously they're not following protocol.
I don't know. It could be a combination of a lot of things, right? Like people are vaccinated, people aren't vaccinated. I mean, we keep getting newer strands, which seem to be getting weaker. I don't know what I'm saying.
True,
That's something
true.
totally different. It was the holidays. We're still in
True.
holiday season. A lot of family, friends, and it's not just these major sports organizations. It's everyday life. Because I know a couple people that are, and these people do the best they can to stay as safe as they can. So just be easy out in these streets, people. But let me get real messy. Dan Snyder, though.
Oh man.
Dan Snyder.
Another reason why.
I just want the NFL.
Another reason why.
To release the tapes, the emails, the videos, everything. Because now, I always want to know, but I want the tea. Like, what is the cover-up? What is the cover-up? We know he has money, power, influence. But, like, let's get it out.
It's not going to come out until the bag is disrupted.
Yeah, well, pop the bag, cut the bag, you got to do something.
Like, think about it. The team name didn't happen until the bag was disrupted, until Nike stepped in and was like, listen, we're not selling. They took Washington jerseys off the Nike Pro Shop site. They took their jerseys off of their site. You couldn't buy a Washington jersey on their site because they were like, listen, name change, jerseys are gone. And then FedEx stepped in and was like, listen, we're taking our name off of your stadium if you don't change the name. So you're not going to have a stadium, and you don't have merchandise on the main mothership for NFL merchandise. They were in line to lose roughly $1 billion. Easy.
This is going to take a long time. It's been taking a long time.
Yeah.
You pay people off.
Mm-hmm.
Now
That's how it works with rich people.
So there was a recent article, I think it dropped either today or yesterday, Washington Post.
Yes.
The young lady that has alleged sexual misconduct. Shocker. He tried to pay her, bribe her off. Shocker.
Settle, quote unquote.
He asked for his own investigators, independent. Try to impede in that investigation. Roger Goodell this guy's like in a rock and a hard place, right? But whatever. But there's still a congressional committee attached to this, and they're saying the more they find out, the crazier it is. I want to know, and I love the NFL. The culture is a little crazy, but we're not going to talk about that. Are they hiding something? Do they not want to be implicated? Did they know a lot of this information and they're just like, oh shit, shit's about to hit the fan. we're going to look crazy. Let's try to cover our own ass.
I mean, that's what's wild is this whole scenario. One of my favorite shows is Succession on HBO Max. I don't know if you watch it. Basically, it's the dad, or the main character is the dad. He runs a news station, so he's a billionaire. You know, I mean, he's like the Rupert Murdoch or whatever, the guy who used to own Fox. So he has,
died, right?
Yeah, I think he died.
Oh, if he did, I'm sorry. I ain't trying to kill nobody.
I'm not sure. But anyway, it's centered around a CEO / founder of a news station. So he's worth $1 billion. He's the top of the top of the top. And when he had legal problems, it was a phone call. It was a phone call. Like DOJ, FBI, congressional hearings. Yeah. He called up the president himself and was like, listen, I need you to cool this down. I got a news station. I can make your life difficult. They have that type of power.
That's the reach I'm trying to have.
Exactly.
You.
So you figure and mind you, this whole thing reminded me too of Concussion when you had Will Smith with a terrible Nigerian accent. We're not going to get into that.
Don't talk about Will. Don't talk about him. He tried.
But yeah, he tried. With that whole thing, you had a doctor who tried to take on the NFL. In the movie, I'll never forget, one executive just sat him down, was like, you're trying to take on a company that owns a day of the week. That's power.
No, they have power.
When you think of Sunday, no blasphemy whatsoever, I'm a Christian. When you think of Sunday, you think of God and church, and you think of football. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So it's like, in this country, in America, football is king for a reason.
That's true.
So when you're dealing with an owner, and it's a fraternity, like you got 32 dudes who are tied into old money. We're talking Rockefeller, Carnegie, J.P. Morgan money that like helped build the country. Like going after one of those dudes, first of all, to even be an owner, just because you're a billionaire doesn't mean nothing.
Right.
Are you tied in to somebody in that room of those 31 or 32? Like the lady who owns the Lions, the Ford family. They built cars. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And they got the team. You know, back in the day, you could get an NFL team for $50.
Right, yeah.
$100.
Used to be like that. But then once they saw that, we can make billions. The revenue, the TV contracts and sponsors, like
and just the evolution of the sport.
Right.
And all of those things.
Right.
But
so it's different to bring it full circle, for it to go down the way it should go down with the truth and all the facts and everything pushed out. It's going to take a lot. Like, basically, it would have to be...
And I feel like we may never know.
I mean, to me, if he does go down, it'll be a Donald Sterling situation where the fraternity gets together and they're just like, listen, we can't spin this. Dan, you gotta take the L. You gotta step aside. We'll pick your replacement. We'll insulate you.
And I have a strong feeling he doesn't want that. Obviously, he wants his kids to have the...
Right, he wants to pass it down. This is nepotism.
Right.
He wants to keep it in the family and whatnot. But again, just like with the NBA, because that's the same set. It's the same situation. You got that fraternity set up. The only way he goes down is if the fraternity they sit him down and they have the come to Jesus moment.
That it's too messy. Because if little old John Gruden was talking filthy, I could imagine who else was talking filthy.
Facts.
And I know the Washington cheerleaders have petitioned for the NFL to, to the culture that the NFL is trying to promote even more now is about social justice, is about inclusion, whether you're black, white, Asian, gay, straight, alien, male, or female.
Alien.
You have these cheerleaders who have been violated.
Yep.
Where's the support for them?
True. They have a voice too. They absolutely should have a voice too. It's just it's complicated when you're dealing with money, because you follow crime
and power
and power
and influence.
It's like the Wire. Like when they would try to take somebody down, it's one thing to take down a drug dealer. It's another to take down a politician or a CEO or whatnot, because then you're following the money, and the money can take you anywhere. Like drugs take you one place, money takes you to other countries. The reach with money and power, like you mentioned, and influence, that's a different type of hustle. That's a different type of crime. That's a different type of influence. So it's like, I have a feeling it will end a certain way, but it's only going to end in that format that I outlined for you.
I'm curious to see if and when that happens. How long they're going to drag this out.
When if the media finds a couple like powder kegs, like a couple of like, yo, you can't. It's in the emails. It's there, but
it's there.
It's gonna. You know what? It's gonna take a whistleblower. That's like
whistle.
It's gonna take a whistleblower that's not afraid of anything. Like the dude who exposed. I just watched a documentary on Netflix. The dude who exposed the Russian doping scandal. Like that guy. He knew. Like yo, I'm gonna have to go to witness protection. I'm never gonna see my family again. But I'm just gonna take this L and change my name and move to Rhode Island. It's gonna take somebody like that, a whistleblower.
Oh, NFL, let's get that situation together.
The mess.
Anyway,
the mess.
Sidebar. Cam Newton. You know what I've been thinking? Because the last couple of weeks we've been talking about Big Ben and how he's going down and how he needs to, or he should, retire with grace.
Yeah, this is it for him.
I'm not going to say the same thing about Cam, but what I am going to say is I don't like seeing my mans get benched every 2 times he doesn't have a good drive or two. Like, that's looking a lot crazy.
You also have to keep in mind, too, the situation's different. Aside from the race, which is easy. That's low-hanging fruit to me. It's different because, again, Matt Rule didn't draft Cam Newton, and he hasn't gone to war with Cam Newton. Ron Rivera was Cam Newton's guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he has ties and allegiance to Ron Rivera, and he's over there in Washington with the aforementioned no-name team. You know what I mean? So Matt Rule can bench him. Matt Rule can do whatever he wants with him.
We're going to do this every other play, though.
He has no ties to him.
It looks crazy.
He has no emotional investment whatsoever to him.
The same Matt Rule that's like, Cam is back. That's what we needed for the culture, raising ticket prices. And I get it. Okay. Last year was hard.
Yeah, that's true.
You're on an organization who everyone knows the Patriots playbook is not easy.
No.
Season starts August, September. Patriots sign you August 1st. Like, let's be real. They literally sign you right before.
OTAs are not voluntary. They're pretty mandatory.
Boom, COVID.
Right.
Boom, half your defense doesn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
You have no weapons. Okay, we know you're not the same Cam from before. I didn't like the way that whole situation, the way the Patriots went about that situation. Okay, I know they went with Mac Jones because he was the better choice. I get that. I didn't like the way they did that.
Did you watch his explanation? Him and his dad, they got on his YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, I tuned in for that.
all the tea.
I tuned in for that.
But I mean, it was another prime example of the point I keep driving home. Listen, when players aren't drafted by so when a coach comes in or a GM comes in, and there's a player or a member of staff that didn't come with them. Again, this is sports, but it's still business at the end of the day. They got no allegiance.
Matt Rule. And
you want further proof of this? Okay, look at Teddy Bridgewater last year with the Panthers. He had a lot of bad tape out there.
I mean, Teddy Bridgewater has been looking a little shaky lately. That's my guy.
Listen, Teddy Two Gloves, who lit up Dallas, which I'm embarrassed to say. Teddy Two Gloves is a backup. He's a backup, bro.
I like Teddy. Listen, focus on Cam. Okay.
I used him for a reason. He had a lot of bad tape out there last year with Carolina, and he got hurt, which he always does. You know what I mean? He's fragile, but he's not an NFL caliber starting quarterback. And
anymore.
I don't think he really ever was. I don't think he ever was. Even in Minnesota. Was he leading them to the playoffs? They were doing.
I remember good Teddy in Minnesota.
They were doing exactly what they're doing with Kirk Cousins. They were putting up stats, and they were 500. All right. So again, is he a good quarterback? He's a good backup. If your starter gets injured and you need 4 games to ride it out, you get a Teddy Bridgewater. But day 1, week 1, this is our guy. He's going to take us to the playoffs. And what, Madden? ESPN fantasy.
Why are you killing Teddy like that?
Because he's not good. If a guy's not good, if a guy's good, I'll give him his props and say he's good. If a guy is average and should be a backup, I'm going to say he's average and should be a backup.
All right, so question. Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Right now, even though he's been back for what, 3-4 weeks. Is it time for my mans to hang it up? Period. Be a backup or what? Because numbers wise, he's 13-21 in his last 34 starts, 27 interceptions and 35 touchdowns.
Always come with the numbers. I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? That's the stats.
Stats, numbers on.
The eye test, I'm seeing Cam scramble for a touchdown. I'm back. But let's be honest. Last season, hanging up, you think my man's washed? Start from scratch? Start next season from scratch? Playbook, OTAs, everything?
I think that is he a starting caliber quarterback that can like lead a team to a championship? No, I don't think he's that anymore. I think the injuries have taken a toll.
He hasn't been the same. Shoulder was the last one, right?
Yeah, shoulder, and I think the knee and the foot and the elbow. Like, listen, he's not. 2015, he led the Carolina Panthers to the Super Bowl, and he was MVP.
In that MVP year?
Right. That was 6 years ago. 6 years ago, almost a decade, right? Like, he is not that guy anymore, in my opinion. Right. And
I think he still has juice in the tank.
I think he can. I don't think he should retire. I don't think he's. I look at him as a better version of Teddy Bridgewater. Again, if I'm looking for,
I'm shaking my head. That's violation. No.
If I'm looking for a guy,
Cam, Teddy,
MVP, Super Bowl contender.
Cam, Teddy, and I love Teddy.
Years ago, keep that in mind.
Right, you heard him. Yeah, it ain't 32 better than him.
Okay, is Cam? Okay, I'll turn around. Week 1, say you're a GM. Cam's available in free agency. Can you sign Cam Newton and say, listen, he's taking us to the promised land? Cam Newton. This version, 2021, not 2015 Cam Newton, 2021 Cam Newton is, that face. And I wish we could show OG's face. Yeah, exactly. Hell no.
I'm not going to say hell no.
No, that's a hell no. That's a stone cold hell no.
I'm going to say, let me drink my scotch. And let me.
In Jeremy's words, take a few more sips.
Let me drink my scotch.
Right. No.
Let me look at my organization and my culture.
Or if I draft somebody, kind of like what y'all was trying to do in New England.
I want to win a championship.
It's not going to be with Cameron Newton. Like Superman, he's Clark Kent now. Like it's not. He's not that guy anymore. He's just not.
I love Cam.
I love Cam too.
I love Cam.
I follow his channel. I love how he is with his kids. He's a great personality.
And he's a great football player.
He was a great football player.
He still has the juice. Cam, I'm riding with you.
Okay.
I'm riding with Cam.
So Patriots, say Mac, God forbid, knock on wood, Mac tears his ACL. You calling
Oh my gosh, we're not putting that in there.
You signing Cam to?
I would. Yo, I'll ride for Cam.
Okay. All right.
Cam.
That's the frivolous decision of a fan who has one.
Exactly.
Already.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Still got the juice.
Summer home for them.
I ride for Cam.
Nah.
Yeah, but all right. Cam, love you, ride for you. I'll put you on my team, Cam. I would. Urban Meyer, though.
The messiest of the messy.
They should cut ties with him. I strongly believe they're not going to. Only because of what was said by ownership.
Ownership did speak about it.
Right? Mm-hmm. And that's ownership, whatever. My mans, you talking to grown-ass men
with mortgages and families
and possibly
401ks.
Because it's not just the players. It's been reported, if you guys been living under the rock, it's been reported Urban Meyers has gotten his Matt Patricia on. Mm-hmm. Degrading players.
And coaches.
Allegedly. And coaches. This isn't college.
No.
And not only that, I hope you ain't talking to college kids like that either.
Let me find out.
Young boys turning into men.
Let me find out he's talking to my son crazy. Or he kicks my son. Like, I'm throwing hands. I'm pulling up to the school and I'm throwing hands. And my son's coming out of that program.
James Robinson is a good running back.
He's a good running back. He's a really good running back, actually. I think so.
Very good running back.
I believe so.
I don't understand the way they utilize him sometimes. Okay. You draft Etienne. He gets hurt. Okay, so I'm thinking like, okay, maybe running back by committee, whatever. You bring in, is it Carlos Hyde?
Yeah, Carlos Hyde, because he was with Ohio State. Yeah.
Okay, I'm a little confusion, but okay. You're dogging your coaches, telling them, allegedly, this is all alleged. This is what's being reported. Tom Pelissero, great, article. Basically saying, I don't win. I don't lose. You guys are all losers. Show me your resume. Marvin Jones, OG in the league. Passive guy, great guy, right? Reported. Now you getting it into with him, all allegedly. I got to keep saying allegedly.
You got it for legal purposes.
What kills me was the press conference. The press conference.
No, what killed me was the handshake, the post-game handshake. Like, Mike Vrabel's like, all right, good game, bruh. Urban doesn't even make eye contact with him. He's just like, yeah, whatever. This is the NFL, bruh. This isn't Big Ten. This isn't...
Drink milk and stay strong, Urban. Drink milk and stay strong.
Can I get on my soapbox real quick with him? Because I have insight here. This is the gift of working with Michael Lombardi, former Patriots front office.
I love him.
I love Mike. Shout out to Mike. I'll tell him to watch this, to tune in. Him and Adnan on the GM Shuffle. Mike mentioned that he has a guy who still works for the Jags that was giving him all of the tea. All like a swimming pool worth of tea.
Wait, hold up, I don't want you to get in trouble with Mike.
I won't.
You can say this, Mike. He can say this.
No,
all right.
Because Mike said this. This is public knowledge because this was on the episode. This is live. This is already out there. This is already on public record. His source said that it's worse. It is way worse. But I'll take it a step further. And Mike made a great point, and I have been saying this for years about Urban Meyer. He's not a great coach.
You're not the only person to say that. I believe it, that it can be way worse. I'm big on energy. That press conference or news conference after the game.
So dismissive.
So
condescending.
And then had the nerve to say he's going to fire whoever leaked the...
This is pro sports.
Urban.
This is pro sports. They have every organization has a built-in leak. That's cool with the ownership.
And then
what are you talking about?
Latest report, that just broke a few hours ago. He kicked
his kicker. I guess he must have missed a kick during practice.
I hope that's not true.
It probably is.
I hope that's not true. Because we would have went fisticuffs.
We would have moved furniture for real. But back to the point, he is a great 5-star recruiter. Like, he doesn't build programs. Like, so was Ohio State a top-tier program before Urban Meyer got there? Was Florida a top-tier program before Urban Meyer got there? These are all established places. You didn't go there and just build it from the ground up. And again, in college, there's no salary cap in college. You can get as many 5-star and 4-star and JUCO transfers and transfer portal guys. You can get as many stars as you possibly want, and you can hire whoever you want in terms of because of the boosters. There's no budget in terms of signing top tier assistant coaches or whatnot. You could do whatever you want in college, but you can't. You don't recruit 5-star players in the NFL.
Right.
You have a salary cap.
Right.
You can't talk about and threaten, I'm going to take your scholarship. I'm paying a mortgage.
And there's been high turnaround rate with his coaches for numerous reasons. 2 of his coaches went back to college, got college jobs. One of his coaches left for personal reasons, undisclosed, ain't coming back.
Yeah.
Another one resigned under heavy pressure. But at the end of the day, you have to treat people with respect.
It's respect.
I don't care who it is.
Like, you're dealing with grown adults, grown men and women, because I think there's females on the staff too. So you can't just say grown men. But so respect.
They should cut him. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm saying cut him. They should fire him like he's a player. Fire him. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't, because the Jaguars just like being a mess, and it is what it is.
I feel like they will. I actually, because again, it's still a business, right? So if you say you bring him back, season tickets go on sale this week or next week, I'm not mistaken. And how do you sell to your season ticket holders and your shareholders? How do you sell to them? Listen, we're going to run back Urban next year. Listen, we're going to have another top 5 draft pick on top of that. Who in free agency? Tell me right now. They're like number 2 or number 3 in cap room. Who in free agency is running to their agent saying, "Listen, I got to get to Jacksonville"?
And look how you guys are playing. They haven't won. Well, they've been sorry, but outside of those 2 wins, and I can see why. I can see why.
The culture there right now is so toxic. And another reason why you should hire another head coach is because Lawrence is supposed to be this generational Peyton Manning type talent.
Oh my gosh, can't we stop with this generational
and it's like,
quarterback?
And my thing is, okay, if you believe that, I don't believe that. I don't believe it until I see it. I'm the honest skeptic.
Sidebar. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Last season, we had a whole episode on generational quarterbacks.
Nice.
I feel like that word is used so loosely.
Just like elite quarterback.
I am not.
Yeah, agreed. Totally.
Okay, no disrespect, but yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
No,
they kill me with that. Like I'm with you. I don't believe it till I see it.
Agreed.
And it's a very few people, as Jonathan, that I'm like, damn, he got that it.
Right.
And it translates in the NFL. But go ahead. Sorry,
absolutely.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's just like, it's just facts. That's a great point. And my thing with, if you believe that Lawrence is that guy, first overall, he's going to be the face of your organization for the next 20 years. You want him to be Peyton. You want him to be Brady. You want to build around him. Right? So you believe that. It is imperative for his development from the neck up, as well as for play-wise, that you have a guy, a coach in place that is going to foster and facilitate that growth or whatnot. Because if you don't, you're going to have a situation with Jared Goff with Jeff Fisher. Now, is Jared Goff like trash or whatnot? He's average. I wouldn't say he's terrible. He's average at best. He's probably another one of those backups, right?
Jared Goff that's on the Lions.
Yeah, it's on the Lions. He's a backup at best or whatnot. Okay. But you remember what happened when Jeff Fisher was there, and when McVay got there, he gets with McVay. They go to a Super Bowl. Now, was he the main reason? No, but he was still the quarterback.
Right.
You know, he still had to make throws. He still had to make plays. Somebody has to throw it. You see what I'm saying? They're not going to the Super Bowl with Jeff Fisher, clearly. So who's to say that if Mr. Khan doesn't rip the Band-Aid off and get the right Eric Bieniemy, you know what I mean? Hello?
Going to.
Mr.
Khan is chilling.
He's chilling.
Khan is like,
right.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Urban's my guy.
Yeah.
Urban's my guy.
Let me give it a year.
He's not a coach.
And then on the flip side of that, you bring in an Urban Meyer, right? Mm-hmm. As Mr. Khan played devil's advocate. On the flip side, you bring in an Urban Meyer, you make all these moves, you fire him right away, and then what? Or do you give it another chance? His rationale probably.
You have to look at the logic behind it, yeah. Right.
Give it another chance so you can see your investments grow. So that's that. But enough about that. We getting too much energy.
It's messy. Shout out my boy Kerry. I know one Jaguar fan. My boy Kerry. He also went to St. Benedict's. He does the No Intro podcast.
I feel for you.
I feel for you. Sorry, homie.
I feel for you. AB should be back, not this week, but the week after.
Is he gonna be back? I mean, because Bruce Arians was like, he didn't really make any promises that he's gonna be active.
He also ain't say he was gonna clip him either. That's more important to me. Forget being active, because you activate AB, Perriman, Scotty Too Hottie.
Scotty Too Hottie.
Somebody got to go, because you have so much depth on your roster.
True.
So much depth.
True.
If he was smart, it's like catch-22, right? Because he does a lot of dumb stuff. We know this.
Tons of it.
Talent-wise. And we know
it's top
production.
Tier. It's top tier.
Keep him on ice or cut him. If I were Bruce and company, but then again, if you got Tom Brady and you that confident and all the talent around him, do your thing.
Yeah.
But if he cut him, and somebody like the Packers or another team picks him up that you're going to meet, dum, da, dum, dum. Like, so that's what I wouldn't do. Edwards, the safety, though, I felt he was more imperative to a secondary that was already decimated because he was making some big plays for those guys.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm with you. I personally wouldn't cut him, especially this year.
I put him on timeout.
Yeah, the NFC is too. It's like I said, the playoffs are going to be Hunger Games.
Everybody the same.
It's Hunger Games.
Everybody the same.
It's just like the AFC. AFC going to be Hunger Games. NFC going to be Hunger Games. It's like there's no like de facto great team like we had mentioned. So why give an edge to somebody else to scoop him up for pennies on a dollar? Because you know they're going to sign for the veteran minimum, like it's for nothing, and then say he makes a big play in the playoffs, and then you're mad.
Brady's QB rating higher with AB, 5-0 with AB.
Yep.
5-3 without AB. So clearly, I'm not saying it's all because of AB, but he's clearly a big part of Tom. I mean, a big factor.
Yeah, because you can't double everyone. You know, it's the same thing.
Just like with Gronk.
Same
how Gronk.
Same one with Gronk. Like the it's funny, the Bucks and the Cowboys. I gotta insert Dallas in there. They got the same setup offensively. When the Bucks offense is rolling on all cylinders, you can't double everybody. You can't, and you have to put attention on certain guys, which frees up one-on-ones. When Dallas offense is rolling, you can't double everyone. You got to give attention to CD or Mari or Cooper. I mean, you can't double, and that's when Dalton Schultz or Pollard out of backfield eats. Teams that are low, teams.
I like Pollard.
Teams that I love him too. I hope he can heal up from his plantar fasciitis. That's what he's got going on right now. But the loaded offenses, when they're rolling and they're clicking, that's why I really want Dallas Bucks NFC Championship. I don't care where it is. That's what I want. Forget the Packers. Like I want them to run it back with this version of the Cowboy defense. With Micah, Randy, and DeMarcus. Absolutely.
You're talking Cowboys in the NFC Championship.
To beat a man, you gotta beat the man. And I don't want any. If Dallas does go on to win a championship in our lifetime, I don't want it to be one of those asterisks like, oh yeah, such and such got upset in the so you ended up playing a wild card team in the NFC Championship game, so your championship's not legitimate. No. I want Dallas to take down like a Green Bay. But in the NFC Championship game,
fans don't stop.
I want them. I want them to take down Tampa Bay. What's up?
Do you see how Dallas fans don't stop?
We the boys.
All right, what's happening first? Dallas winning the Super Bowl, or the Knicks getting a championship?
Dallas.
What's that?
Dallas. Like you see the foolishness.
I'm a Knicks fan.
Exactly.
But I'm a Knicks fan now. So what's happening first?
The cap is over 9,000. My scouter is broken. I feel like Vegeta. Like what if it's over 9,000?
Cowboys fans, don't stop, bro. You get that. Take that hat off.
You inserted Knicks into Dallas. That's blasphemous.
Listen,
blasphemous.
the way they both looking right now.
One is 9-4. The other is not 9-4.
The point is, which one of them getting a chip first in our lifetime?
Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys. America's team. That's who.
Bucks Bills. That was a great game.
Was it?
Yeah,
It was.
yeah.
I'm messing with you. It was.
It was too much. I felt like I was watching the Patriots as Jonathan. I was just like, let's go with it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Defense got too comfortable in the second half because there's no way you could let them come back from 24, whatever it was, 24-3, 24-7. But Brady to Perriman on a crossing route and boom.
We've seen this before.
Like,
we've seen this before with Brady. With Brady. It's like
don't give him a chance.
Him and Rodgers, they're the two like final bosses in video games or like Sonic when you have to fight Dr. Robotnik on his planet and you ain't got no ring, so he can't touch you or else you're gonna die. Like final boss. Yeah. I mean, Ronald Forrest gets it.
Yeah, he's on point with it.
He gets the reference. It's like, yo, you can't leave Rodgers anytime whatsoever. You can't leave Brady anytime.
And he always so calm, whatsoever,
because he's some guys, they're built like that. Some quarterbacks,
Brady's insane.
There's the two main ones right now that are just built like that. 50 seconds, no timeouts, bet. 35 seconds, no timeouts, bet.
I want the memoir. I want the movie. I want the autobiography. I want it now. I want that because he's Jordan on steroids. I took that shit personally.
Yeah. His last day. Well, he's doing one now for ESPN Plus. I am gonna watch it.
Listen.
Like, I took that
little
personally.
man in the arena with the
that's
six
it.
Super Bowls.
That's it.
That's cute.
It's not the last. That's not the last.
That's cute.
That's
No, I'm
it's
gonna
not giving
watch
you
it.
last ride
No,
vibes.
it's cute.
Or last dance vibes.
Now I want to see the Tampa story. Then I want to see the Tom Brady from Michigan to his 8 Super Bowls because he gonna end up. I want to see everything.
I bet you do.
I want Bill Belichick in that mug. I want give it to me. Give it to me.
They drafted
Drew Bledsoe. I want to know how you felt when you like, who this little taking my spot. I want all of that.
They drafted 8 quarterbacks ahead of me, and I took that person.
And I'll take that shit.
That's true.
Who's that guy from you? That's Tom Brady right now. Who's that guy from you? Joe. Tom Brady is Joe from you. What does Skip call him? Psycho Tom?
Psycho Tom.
Yeah, Skip knew something we didn't know because he is wild.
He puts the towel. If he puts his head down and puts the towel over the head, it's over. Especially if you gave him time. Like my brother's a 49er fan. When they played Green Bay earlier this year. This is Tom aside, but again, this goes back to Brady and Rodgers being those guys with time left. 49ers took the lead. They took the lead with like 50 seconds like 50 seconds left, I believe. No timeouts. And I turned to my brother, I was like, y'all just took the lead. He's like, yo.
You know who on the other side?
You know who's on the other side, bro? I'm not happy. And like clockwork, no timeouts. Devontae, game winner.
Yeah, that's what Mohamed
Just like
Sanu
that.
said in that Super Bowl with the Falcons. Falcons was whooping that ass. He was like, yeah, don't get comfortable. You know who on the other side?
Right.
That's a grown-ass man over there.
Again, some guys are built for it. They're built like that.
Josh Allen, walking boot, turf toe.
He's going to play. He's going to play. Everything I've heard, because remember, I'm plugged in. He's going to play. He's going to play.
He played his heart out.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you that he's going to play.
Mm-hmm.
Would I have him play, depending on how hurt he is? Maybe not, because then they got to play the Patriots. And Sean McDermott, I'm not going to lie, I love it, though.
Of course you love it. It's your divisional rival.
From a competitive standpoint.
Right.
Because the Patriots living rent-free in their head.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Then they just,
for sure.
Then they just lost to the Bucs after they made a tremendous comeback and could have won that game.
I thought they were going to win that game until they left Tom Brady.
They need to run the damn ball, but they need to handle it. But who they play next? Packers? No.
No, Packers play the Ravens next.
Whoever they play, I'm going to pull it up.
All right.
Then you play the Patriots.
Here's the thing with the Bills, right? Again, the Bills, they can't run the ball. When you can't run the football, it changes.
Josh Allen ran for
everything.
109 yards?
He was their leading rusher. You see what I'm saying? The only team that can get that off, and even that's not sustainable because you can't win a championship with that model. When your quarterback is your top rushing choice or whatnot, when you can't turn around and hand the ball to one or two guys in crunch time to bleed the clock set up a field goal or on a critical drive when you've got to have it, if you're relying on 3rd and 5s and 3rd and 4s, that's why Dallas is struggling. Everybody wants to put it on Dak. It's just like, yo, they can't run the ball right now. Tony Pollard's hurt and Zeke's hurt. You see what I'm saying? And the Bills, on the other hand, they've got 2 healthy running backs, but their offensive line's not good.
I was going to say something, but I called myself. I'm like, do they have running backs? So Singletary, nowhere to be found. But you're right, offensive line, right?
When you can't run the football, and a defensive coordinator knows you can't run the football.
Everybody know they can't run the football.
But I'm just talking about NFL defensive coordinators. When NFL DCs know that you can't run the football, they can plan and they can scheme against you so freely. They're just like, they can't run it. I can run like a combo zone. I could blitz more. I got more options because they can't run the ball. They can't. And if I get them in 3rd and long,
it'll be interesting to see what happens because right now they're 7th place.
So he has to play. You're like, yo, you wouldn't play Josh Allen. Like, they're fighting for their playoff lives. You go on a 3-game losing streak during NFL Hunger Games this year, you're going to miss out.
Because you have the Bengals with Joe Burrow and a messed up finger who's knocking on that door, and the Chargers, boy, baby. Didn't I say that with my sleeper team? I think I said that.
Chargers, Warriors.
Yeah.
They get hot because they first of all they can run the ball, and Herbert
Listen, Eckler.
Herbert's just
He's
getting
nice.
better. We talked about
He's
Eckler.
nice.
Eckler's young forte.
He's nice.
He's nice. So they get into the dance. They could do damage. I wouldn't be shocked if the Chargers sweep the Chiefs because they're hosting the Chiefs this week.
And Chris Jones on that COVID list.
And he's on that COVID list too.
COVID list. I said, what a time.
The
what a time to be
Chargers,
alive.
the Chargers are they're inconsistent. They're a little up and down, but if they get hot, they can beat anybody.
Bengals, same team.
The two teams they can beat anybody, but they can lose to anybody. That's their
Same
problem.
team.
That's the issue with them. That's the issue with them.
Every day.
The last,
Right, facts.
These
Facts.
next few weeks may separate them, but to me, they're the same team. The exact same team.
Right. But again, think about it. They both have young quarterbacks, though.
And I would love, NFL, please, I would love if you guys can give us a Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow matchup.
In the
Every
playoffs?
season. Forget the playoffs. I don't care what y'all got to do. Let them play each other every year.
They can do
like,
that.
Just like it was Tom and Peyton. Because I like that. They're both.
Yeah.
Let's make that. Which one my camera? Because I never know. We've been recording for like 6 days, for 6 weeks, and I never know.
No, I feel you. They do a Mahomes Jackson every year.
Oh.
That's the new one that's taking over.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so let's get
that should be. That should
let's
be.
get Mahomes, Jack, and let's get Herbert and
Burrow.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Ooh.
Because you already get Herbert Mahomes twice a year, which is amazing because they're playing the same AFC
right.
West. So, but I'm completely with you. Because what did I say last time I was here? Mark my words. Burrow and the Bengals are coming.
They're coming.
They're coming.
Coaching, Zach Taylor.
They're coaching.
Sometimes it's a little suspect.
Their coaching will be their undoing because again he's another Matt LaFleur, another Sean McVay.
You be killing.
I'm just saying.
You be killing.
Am I wrong though? There's no cap. I know I'm wearing one, but there's no cap.
Deny these statements.
All right, cool, fine. The records don't lie.
Yeah, and you have such a talent in Joe Burrow because he gives it his all. Like when they played last week they played the
49ers last week. You talking about the week before
when they played the Chargers and they were getting punched and bullied and Joe like
brought him back.
Kept bringing them back.
He's got heart, man. He's another one of those dudes. He's built like that. I can tell when a quarterback is built like that.
And they're both built like that.
Right. They are.
They're both built like that.
They are. They absolutely are. It's like, yo, how much time is left? I bet. Let's go. How much are we down by?
I wonder if Mac Jones gonna give us that energy.
He hasn't really been put in that situation like that. Aside,
you gotta have that it factor. I need to see
Here's
that
why
it.
Here's why I kind of disagree. I think he might be built like that.
I want to see it.
He
built like
listen,
that.
when y'all played us,
I'm on my bully.
I saw a couple throws that he made late.
But
that
he's looked
that
like
was like,
Tom under pressure.
yo.
Even when Tom Brady was
Okay.
on the other side, it didn't seem like it phased him at all. Like, oh, that's your old thing? Oh, all right.
I bet.
Like, he was just chilling.
What's up?
Like, I'm here now. What up? Oh, that's that guy that used to be here? That won you 6 Super Bowls? Oh, that's cool.
It's my house now.
You ready to get into these game picks?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
I feel like I'm never prepared.
You're good. Just a little buffering.
Don't talk about my device. Raiders. Let's do Patriots Colts. This is giving me nostalgia.
Yeah, this is taking me back to Peyton and Tom and all those AFC Championship games.
Nostalgia.
Yeah. How many games y'all won in a row?
Enough.
Y'all do for a hot
Not
L.
enough.
Hot
Not
L.
enough.
Tweety whirling them.
Yeah, y'all do for a hot L special. Yeah.
That's a great defense we're going up against.
Jonathan Taylor, I got him in fantasy, so
With
I'm
a
definitely
serious running back.
Jonathan Taylor's that guy.
Who we may or may not be able to stop.
I can't name too many people that can stop him. He is a problem. He looks like when he was running in college at Wisconsin. Dear
And to
God.
be honest, I think I've seen the Patriots get ran on defensively all year round.
Y'all are due for one. Everybody gets one. I think Indy got you. Plus, they're playing for their playoff lives.
But
so they gotta
it
get
ain't
this
gonna
one.
be this one because I'm going with the Patriots.
Nah.
Chiefs Chargers.
Whew. Chargers. Chargers are at home, right?
I'm going with the Chargers.
I'm going with the Chargers too.
Regardless,
They know
of
how to
Mahomes.
they know how to play the Chiefs. They're not afraid of them.
Yeah, they're not the Raiders.
They're not the Raiders,
because I don't
and
know
they're
what
not the Broncos.
Raiders play them 2 times a year, every damn year, and still don't know what the hell they doing.
Homecoming. Those are homecoming games.
Raiders Browns.
I wouldn't say Browns, but look at all these COVID cases.
Last year, I picked the Browns to win when everybody and their mama had COVID, and they came out there and punched the Steelers in the face. This year, I don't have that same confidence.
They were playing old man Ben. That's different.
But that's when Ben was hot.
Ben's 65. Hot water bottle? He's old.
Raiders Browns. They violation.
Browns are at home or Raiders are at home? Who's
Browns are at home. I'm
Browns
looking
at home?
at this.
I'm gonna go Browns because Case Keenum is actually better than Baker Mayfield. He's also
Case
trash.
Keenum is starting.
Yeah.
No Jarvis Landry.
Yeah. They still got Chubb though.
Yeah.
They still got Chubb running that rock, and I got him in fantasy too. I'm not gonna pick against any of my
because
fantasy
the Raiders are that bad.
Yeah.
Cowboys Giants. I'm going Dallas.
I mean, we them boys? I'm wearing a hat. Like, come on. Like this. That's a pretty selfish plan. So
Wow.
I'm gonna be at the game too. Shout out to Chop Sports.
But it's in Jersey.
Yeah, it's at
MetLife?
It's at MetLife. I'm gonna grab the Uber, head down there, and watch us put up 50 on them.
I wonder if Jeremy's gonna be on that game too.
Hope so. I'd love to run into him.
I'm gonna hit him up. Texans Jaguars. This
Does
game
it even matter?
Like, right.
It doesn't even matter.
Right.
Where's the game at?
In Jacksonville, but I'm going Texans.
Texans.
Because, I don't know. Titans Steelers. Ooh, this is going to be juicy.
Oh.
It's always drama. Chase Claypool there's always drama over there. I'm going Titans.
It's in Pittsburgh too.
Mm-hmm.
Get back to me on that one.
Jets Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Washington Eagles.
Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. I just want to throw up just to say that. But I need that to happen because if Dallas wins and that score holds up, Dallas wins the NFC East. And I get to buy a hat and more memorabilia.
Cardinals Lions.
Cards.
Panthers Bills.
Bills bounce back.
Panther. Cam Newton, listen to me, player. I'm going to need you and Robbie Anderson and them. Okay.
What's your favorite dish detergent? I mean, clothes detergent. You go all.
No, I'm a Tide girl.
Tide?
I'm an OxyClean girl.
Tide and OxyClean. Mm-hmm. All right, that's what Cam is right now.
I'll mix it together a little bit.
That's what Cam is right now.
Wow. So you're trying to say my man's washed?
Separate the colors from the whites. I said it last week.
Wow. Bengals Broncos.
Bengals.
Yeah, me too. Falcons 49ers. This is interesting.
Oh, San Fran's hot. They're another one of those dark horse teams that they're getting their act together. They're getting healthy. I mean, I still think Jimmy Garoppolo's trash, but like their defense and they can run the ball.
49ers have been surprising me. Every time I count them out,
they're healthy. When they're healthy, they can beat anybody.
They can be a force.
When you have a defense and you can run the ball, you can beat anybody.
Are they in the 7th spot in the
right
NFC?
Now? They're in
6th?
They're in the 6th or 7th right now. I think 6th.
6th.
Yeah.
But everybody want to talk about how the Cardinals can't play at home because they're 3-3 at home. Can we say how the 49ers have lost 8 games at home?
I mean, they're going to be on the road, so it doesn't really matter. If they do get into the tournament, if they do get into NFC Hunger Games, they'll be on the road, and nobody wants to face them. Trust me, nobody wants a healthy 49ers. Nobody wants that.
Seahawks, Rams.
Seahawks are done, man.
I know. I want to pick Russ because I always
pick
Russ,
too.
But I'm going to go Rams.
I just know he wants to leave. So
Packers, Ravens. No Lamar, possibly, more than likely.
It's in Baltimore, though.
Yeah, I know. Defense is decimated. You know that. No defense. Who are their running backs? Who running the ball with no Lamar?
I don't want to pick the Packers because I hate the Packers. But if Lamar wasn't hurt, I would pick the Ravens. But I'm gonna go with Green Bay.
Saints, Bucks. Vikings, Bears. Do we care? I'm gonna go Vikings.
Just like the Jags game.
Do we care? I'm gonna go Vikings.
Vikings. What's the game I skipped over? The Steelers Titans. I skipped over them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, man. Steelers. I
You
guess.
don't care. Look at you.
I don't.
You're flipping a coin over there.
I miss King Henry, man. I said this last time I was here. I miss King Henry,
He'll be
man.
back next season. y'all can catch up on him next season.
Have you seen this man's workouts?
I know.
He's not of this world.
I know. And no D-Hop until playoffs.
That's fine with me.
Hopefully.
Arizona plays Dallas. I'll take no D-Hop.
Oh my gosh, you're such a.
I'm just saying.
It's warranted.
We them boys.
Here you go. Cut it. That's it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Cut it off. See you guys later.
Peace.
You're such a Dallas fan. I don't know.